If you are a working parent with at least a child at home, you probably feel this sometime in the past, where you go home after work feeling super tired, not energized enough to teach your children. This situation is super common, very regular feeling among working parents in America and actually around the world as well. That's why I built an app. The app is in Apple App Store already, specifically for children who are over 9 years old, just like my little sister. Nowadays, LLM or AI, all these fancy words, these AI models are very commonly used among students, even in children too. But there's a small problem. Whenever children ask the AI a question, the AI will just feed the answer, give out the answer right away. From parents' perspective or guardian perspective, we actually don't want people to just get answer. We want the children to learn. So I built this app, Apple app, in the Apple App Store already, to teach students step by step, instead of just spoon feeding the answer. The app will first try to understand what the children don't understand first. Then it will provide guidance to lead the children to the right solution. I feel that this is super important, and this is going to be the way forward for children to learn in their early education. For tutoring center, AI tutor is not going to be a killer, it's not going to be a competitor. Instead, for a tutoring center, AI tutor is going to be a complement, so that when children go home after their learning sessions, children can still use the app to follow up with more questions. Then the real tutors, like the real human tutors, by the time they teach the children next time, the human tutors can review what their students have been having trouble with from the app. They figure out, okay, maybe for the past 1 week, student JC has some math problems about algebra that she has been having a hard time with. Then for this week, during the tutoring session, I will focus more on algebra, stuff like that. So this is going to be very helpful in general for AI tutor to help out the human tutor at a regular typical tutoring setting. About safety, I have a super concern as well. So that's why on my app, I also added in a moderation check. Every time a user, basically a child, send out a message, I want to make sure the message is safe. If the message is potentially harmful or risky, the app will flag it and send an email to you, the guardian, telling that, okay, at some point in the past, there's a timestamp. Suggest the guardian to go on the app to see what happened. Because sometimes in the recent past, I heard news about AI actually like suggesting some child to go for suicide, something like that. And I don't want this kind of stuff to happen at all. So every message sent out by the user will be checked by the OpenAI moderation API. So this is super important. Safety number one, and then learning second. In a world where we imagine the early education for our future generation, I'm imagining the case where children can learn very effectively at home, almost as effectively as in school. Because at the home setting, we still have AI tutor to use. And this tutor will not be just spoon feeding the answer. This AI tutor is as good as human teachers. And then when children go to school, like the real school, they can hang out, they can play with their other classmates, and then they can also learn about human interaction, which is super important and which is a part that AI tutor cannot teach. So the future is going to be blended. It's going to be hybrid with both the human teachers and also the AI tutors. My app name is called 10,000 AI. I have the iOS app link in my bio. You can just click there, go to my bio, and go download in the App Store. For the first 3 days free trial afterwards is $9.99. I charge this because I need to make this app running to have enough money to just make this app better and better, to add more diagnostics, more moderation around the children behavior, so that I believe overall this kind of a safe environment is very important and very valuable for parents to understand how their children are behaving, and then also for teachers and for tutoring centers to have a good understanding about where their students are stuck at, so that the teachers can improve further, can help the student further to find out that problematic spot, solve it together with AI. Go to my bio, download the app 10,000 AI. See you next time.